Hello, we're back again. This is another Friday the 13th The Game video. This one, it's all kind of ad-lib really. This is like survival. Now, I'll be honest, this wasn't the hardest game to survive because, if I'm not mistaken, the Jasons, some of the Jasons I was playing in this were relatively new. So a lot of them didn't completely understand the full scope of their abilities or how to use them. That being said, we're going to just try and commentate on survival and some of the methods and what you want to do. So I'm playing as Adam because he's generally a well-rounded character who can do a fair bit, and even independently he's a good character. You know, you don't have to rely on anyone really to accomplish much with Adam. He can do a fair bit by himself. So the first thing you want to do is you want to follow your little mini-map, large map if you have it, and just go to the nearest building and scout it for supplies. Now, you'll just notice that I've picked up a machete, I've checked a few drawers, and I found first aid spray on the right hand side. Obviously that was really important because Jason can just slash you, and sometimes you can take like full damage as well if you come out of like higher roofs and stuff like that. But you want to keep checking your map and going to the different buildings that you can see dotted about. So I'm heading north, there's a building right ahead of me, and this is just like a little shack. It's quite it's just commonly placed on the Crystal Lake map. So again, we're checking drawers. Sometimes you'll find nothing in them. Now, at the corner of my eye, I just spotted the gas. Now, there's always a question with the supplies that you actually need to put down your weapon. Now, we've obviously got a pocket knife. Pocket knives are, well, they're a guaranteed escape from any grab by Jason in this game. So them are probably one of the most useful pickups you can have. You can only hold a maximum of 3, you can see them in the bottom left hand corner. So I've got first aid spray and a pocket knife, and then the gas which I carry. The gas can be used for either the boat or the car. Some maps will generate only 2 cars, some maps will generate a boat and a car, and the smaller maps I believe just generate the cars. So in this one I believe it's a car we're going for. We've just got a walkie-talkie. Now the walkie-talkies, they allow anyone who else has got a walkie-talkie and a headset, you can hear them regardless of where they're on the map. Interestingly, on this game you can hear people anyway. If they have headsets on and they're speaking, if you're close enough from within a certain range of them, you will hear them. This actually goes for Jason players as well. In fact, it's an idea when you're surviving to mute the Jason player, because the Jason player can hear everything that you say and everything I say as long as he's close enough. And obviously you don't want that.
Think I put that on right
there. So the gas is in. So again, that's his like 6 repair. You still fill 4 skill checks on the screen there. That's kind of averagely pretty good. That it's not bad. The minimum amount of skill checks you can get is 2, but you'd need someone like Deborah to secure only 2 skill checks. So again, move on, check the other house. This person's being a bit of a dick, just smashing away, but that's okay. Probably shouldn't have said that. So you've got a frying pan there. Don't really necessarily need a frying pan, but I'm not holding anything, so. And yeah, I might actually have a go. Now the blood is actually just cosmetic. Counsellors can't truly hurt each other. Now, I'm going to get out of it. I don't know, guys, it's just shot. The fact is right there, but again, these Jasons. Which probably what I survived. So we try another house. This is to the north of the map. The lock on the door, I've mentioned this before, that's a telltale sign for Jason that someone's at least been in there. At the beginning of the game you want to avoid locking the door for at least the first 30 seconds, because he has no abilities besides more. Can't use his sense to figure out you're in there. But this is not the best Jason. He's taking his time trying to get to that door. He's also getting caught. And we'll see whether he walks into that trap. kind of hoping he does.
Please, no!
Yes, he has. He's up for the trap, which is giving me the window. And that's one way you can play around Jason. If a shack has a trap in it, you can put it down by the door. Hopefully he'll walk into it. Jason can, and often does, avoid them. He's smart. But once you've done that, just bolt somewhere else. Because what you really want to try and do, if Jason's on your tail, is to just kind of slow him down, really. It's the best thing you can hope for, kiting him into areas that it's going to take him more time to get through. He's got to smash the door in, you can jump through the window. Stuff like that. But what we're after now, and ironically we went past it, I'm pretty sure I'll find it now, is what we need is, for the car, is the battery. So I'll take that pipe. Oh, you know, there it is, right there. We went right past it. So now we need to do the skill check for this. So the chances are that by now someone's probably got the key. Now I'm a bit kind of cautious because I know that he's around the area. You see that little red blip at the top of the map, in the bottom right hand corner. That little red blip is Jason. You won't always see that, but if he's been marked for any reason, like with a flare, you'll see it. And other times you'll see it, and it's a good indication of whether or not you should run right ahead. He's there because he presumably knows there's people in the house to the north. Well, not house, shack. But I've just got to take a chance, really. 4 skill checks. L1, L1, L1.
Think I put that on
You
right?
don't know what it's going to be. You just got to guess. But you just hold X, and then your skill checks will come up. As you go over the little grey area, that's when it will notify you what button to press. If you're using a counter with a lower repair, then the bar will move slower around the circle, but you'll get more frequent skill checks. And if you've got a better repair, then the bar will move faster around the circle, but you'll have more time to hit fewer skill checks. So again, I'm kind of wary of getting too close, but at the same time, and I think I'm right, it's likelihood that somebody now has the key. I don't have the key. I don't really want to necessarily go off and look for the key neither. Again, the likelihood is somebody else has it, and I would be right, because if she doesn't have it, the door won't open and you can't get in. So she's got the key to the car.
Okay.
You have to wait for the car to start as a passenger.
Time to get out of here.
The car isn't started, you can't climb it. Once the car's been started, whether it gets stopped or not, and Jason can stop the car if he's smart. Once the car's been started, if he stops it, anyone can then get in, because the last person will have left the keys in the ignition. So anybody can get back in and start it back up. But obviously initially, we need to personnel the key has to start it. Again, this is not a massively competent counsellor. I keep using this one. Driving all over the place. And then even the Jason had a perfect opportunity right there, because he just drove past it.
Fixed it.
Stop fussing out.
I'm out of here.
Walked round, pulled her out the car, and that would have been that. I'd have to either try to start the car myself or flee, but the Jason player didn't. Now I'm checking my map, because I was on headset myself at this time, and I was actually navigating this driver, checking my map, seeing where we were going, and telling them which way to go, left, right, etc. But again, this is the second crash.
It worked.
To be fair, the car's
Actually
not the
worked.
easiest thing to navigate all the time. That's the second crash so far. We're on our way. Jason is not on our tail. He does not seem to be trying to cut us off. Again, a good Jason probably would. And here we have another survivor, who this driver is nice enough to let in. Or at least I thought they were. Apparently not. And then you have a survivor game. So you've got one person who was betrayed. I remember that actually. She ran them over. She ran them over. Tiffany ran him over. But that was the first survivor game. So you can see, yeah, you need the gas.